BearPodcast 475.
It involves showing of more fur.
It's nothing like making a pig bottom squeal than using bacon lube.
Village there full of cage.
Hey, all you bears!
Okay, I just saw this on Facebook today. I think he's closeted. You think he's just closeted?
And I got my ass chewed out by everyone.
It's Thanksgiving. Gay, the geek and the bizarre.
Laying on the couch eating bonbons and his jocks.
Just that I saw it on next day.
Do some sexting with
You're listening to BearPodcast.com.
He called and then he was freaked out. You're really bitter here.
I am bitter.
Bitter.
It's been a
Party of
shitty
one
week.
over
The
here.
bitter party of one right here. It's been a shitty week, let me tell you.
Welcome everyone to Bear Podcast. I am Nard.
And I am Ray. And this is episode 475.
Yes, and we're recording on the 1st of July. Oh my God, it's almost 4th of July. Yeah.
I know. Happy birthday, America.
Yeah, for America. But also, actually, just last weekend was Pride weekend. Yeah,
Pride
so
weekend.
happy Pride to everyone.
Yeah. Hey, gays.
Hey, You didn't go out. You stayed
No,
in.
I did not. I
Oh.
did not go out.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Robbie
fun.
wanted to go out, and I told him, I said, well, if you really want to go out, we can go out. And then he worked so much on Friday and Saturday, I think he wore himself out. So, But I think after hearing everybody else's talk about how hot it was and how many the crowds were, I think he kind of figured
It
out.
was about 100 degrees.
No, it was like
At-
104 down there.
Well, during the day. I think it went down to 100 degrees plus at night.
At
Around
night.
8 o'clock, it was about 98, something like that. That was really hot for the hottest ever we've ever done during a parade, I think.
Yeah.
So it was
But
really
it was a
hot.
quick parade from what I understand.
It was. It was really a quick parade. It was fun. It was good that it's really quick. It's a good thing we brought our own waters.
Yeah.
Oh God, it was just so hot.
Yeah.
And parking, of course, is really hard.
At
I think there's more attendance this time because of the
Or in the paper, I think they estimated it as 400,000 people.
went there. Yeah, I think it's because of the the DOMA and Propate being
Yeah. Yeah.
destroyed last week.
A lot of straight folks there. A lot of gay folks came into town too.
Mhm.
So, but there's a lot of straight folks there, I'm sure. Like
Yeah.
usually is anyhow.
But it was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, after the parade, I marched alongside with Asians and Friends, Houston, and our theme this time were the flags of the world. So we were carrying. I brought the Philippine flag. I was
Oh.
bringing the Philippine flag, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time afterwards. Also, we got tired, and so we went to a pool party at Bob and Sam's. So yeah, thank you for hosting, Bob and Sam.
Yeah.
That's great.
So,
Mhm.
you gonna do the dedicated?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. It reminds me. This show is actually dedicated to the 19 firefighters who lost their lives in the wildfire in Arizona, and so we extend our condolences to their families and friends. It's really sad. Did you hear about that? I heard about that on the news.
No, I haven't watched the news today.
Yeah, it's really sad because whenever you lose firefighters doing their job.
Yeah. There's a big stink over the four firefighters that died in
Texas.
here.
Yeah,
The ones that died in that hotel fire a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
About the Fire 100 Fund or whatever it was. They use their pictures to raise money, but none of those victims got any of the money because their rules are set to go to surviving wives and kids, and all of them were single.
Oh.
So they didn't get any of the money, but they used their faces, and the families were all pissed off about it because they didn't get any money. So
Oh, they're all single. That's really
So-
sad.
sad. But anyway,
Yeah.
our condolences to
Condolences.
the ones that gave their life doing their job this week.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so how about you, Ray? What happened to you this weekend?
I worked on the house a lot. Got some project finished. Now I have all deadbolt locks and new handles on all the doors.
I
entrances
noticed.
to the house finally. Did a bunch of painting, touch up stuff. Did some bunch of electrical stuff, wiring and stuff that I've been working on.
Good paint job.
Well, not in here.
Not in here.
We've got
Over there.
of the rooms of the master bedroom, the extra bath, and the in-law suite. We have about 85% of the painting done,
Oh, okay.
and there's a bunch of touch-ups got to be done and a bunch of other work.
I
So,
guess you got to do that. Maybe one time I need I need your help in painting our house.
so
Maybe we'll do that.
you can be like Patrick. You can hire somebody.
That is right.
or something to get the high stuff. I'll do the short rooms, the low ceiling rooms.
Oh yeah,
upstairs.
the low ceiling rooms would be easy.
So, but Sunday you can't. We had a bunch of people up here at the house. Robbie is a great cook, and he went and made this
What big, humongous pork shoulder thing. It's like lechon. If you guys are familiar with the Filipino delicacy called lechon, this one's a pork shoulder. It's pretty much the same, and it's really it's got the skin is already as
crispy.
It's crispy like pork rinds already, and the meat it's very tender. It's very juicy. It's very good.
Yes, it was very good, delicious. Great job, Robbie.
Great job, Robbie. Thank
cooking
you.
for us, and that hot Spanish rice that you made too.
I only ate a little of that because I cannot, I can only eat a little bit of spice.
Yeah, it was hot. He made it
Pretty
pretty
good.
hot this time, but it was good. We had a good little group of people here hanging out.
Yeah.
James Barrett, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, James.
Yeah,
Happy
he
birthday,
came over
James.
after his birthday lunch and stuff. But we had a few people over, and Maynard was here, and we just sat
Yeah.
around the pool, played badminton
Badminton.
in the pool. And for somebody that's always texting me, "Oh, I'm going to play badminton at work at lunch."
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I can't,
I thought he'd be a little bit better in the pool.
but it's very windy and it's in the pool.
Oh, so
But
that's
just
your
because
excuse. Okay.
you play badminton on indoors and in a real court,
Yeah.
it's easier. But in a pool, not so good with that.
Oh, whatever. So, we also had dim sum on Sunday morning.
We had dim sum, and next time, Ray, we will have. You have to use those trainers.
I know. I got to get the little kitty trainer chopsticks and try to learn how to eat with chopsticks. So
Yeah, so
because they have these little plastic things that slip on, just like little Pokemon, whatever. And then kids can sit there and learn how to eat with them.
yeah, we should get that for you next time. Or is it just for kids?
Well, if that's
We'll get
what I
some for you
we'll
next
get
time.
some, Yeah, so
So Ray needs to learn how to use chopsticks
that's right.
very soon.
So I also saw Superman last week.
Okay, so
finally.
when you watch it, Saturday,
No, it was like
Friday?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday night?
Thursday night, I think.
Okay, now at last we can talk a little bit about Superman. If you guys haven't watched it, I'm sure many of you guys.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, a little. Yeah. So what do you think of Superman taking someone's life?
Well, that surprised me because I don't remember him ever killing anybody in the comic books.
Nope. It is always a situation where he could get away with it, or somebody else will kill them,
Yeah.
or some
Or because of something they did, the machine blew up and they killed themselves.
yeah,
or,
they kill themselves, or he would trap them in some
Yeah.
phantom zone, or get them into somewhere that they'll be away for a long, long time.
Yeah, but it was interesting that he actually killed someone.
I do have a theory, though.
What?
Of course, there's gonna be a sequel, right? There's gonna be a sequel.
I'm sure they will.
He really didn't kill him. That's my theory. He really didn't kill him. Somehow he will be revived. So in effect, he really didn't kill him, right?
Well, he broke his neck.
He broke his neck, but then I'm thinking he will somehow live again on a episode, on a second sequel. It's the first
I
sequel.
don't know.
or
I
the
think the
second
next
sequel,
one will
maybe.
probably be Lex Luthor because they kept showing LexCorp stuff all through the movie.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, there was like when the battle was going on, there was a bunch of LexCorp trucks that got blown up and tore all apart and
Oh.
stuff. So,
I didn't-
but yeah, I thought it was interesting. But the way they laid the whole story out about him not scared to be his real self and would
Yeah.
people accept him and how they did it, I like that kind of storyline. It was kind of drawn out.
It's more
and-
like a character development.
Thing, and it was all about what he had to go through to become Superman. And then he had to make the choice once he was Superman. He said, if I'm here to protect people, then I guess that's why he felt like because Zod wasn't going to give up.
Mhm.
And it was either kill Zod or he's going to keep killing people. It was kind of a stalemate thing. So,
Yeah.
so it was an interesting choice that, he did that. So,
Yeah. It's interesting. How can they can break each other's necks? It's just weird. I don't know.
well, I don't know. Well, Zod hadn't been exposed to the sun as long as
So he can. He
KL
had an
had,
advantage.
So he had his superpowers are stronger and been around a lot longer, and they went through the whole breathing thing, and Zod went in control of his powers or what he could do. So,
Yeah.
but anyway,
So that's a little bit of Superman reaction from Ray because I watched it. Mike and I already watched it a couple of
when
weeks
it
ago.
came out, so,
When
yeah.
it came out, so yeah. Okay, so coming up next is our special interview with Lawrence Ferber. He's actually the writer of the BearCity, the movie BearCity, the novel. So there was a movie before, and now he transformed it into a novel. So here is Lawrence Ferber.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Nice butt.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what's your number?
Can I buy you a beer? Do you work out a lot? Do you come here often? Woof, what a bear.
Now, joining us today is Lawrence Ferber. He's the writer of BearCity, the novel. Welcome to the show, Lawrence.
Thanks so much, guys. Nard and Ray.
Yes.
Well, you're welcome.
Yes, it's good to have you on the show. And we got in contact through Facebook, and we have a common friend, Ron Surecia. So, where are you based right now? You're in New York, right?
Yes, I'm in New York.
Okay. All right. Isn't it, wait, Ron is from Connecticut, or is he in New York also?
He's in Connecticut.
He's in
but
Connecticut.
He makes the occasional foray here into the city. So
Yeah, it's near enough.
But Connecticut's Connecticut's like a suburb of New York, isn't it?
depends on who you ask.
Or what train you take to go home?
New Yorkers can be quick to dismiss anything that's actually not part of a New York.
Right.
So, but to a Connecticut person, they might regard themselves as being in a suburb of New York. So
Understandable.
it's a quieter sort of place.
Yeah.
Very suburban.
I've been there once. I just remember going there once. I remember many years ago, probably in 2002, I think. That's been a long time. I'm
And
sure
were
many
you
things
in,
changed already.
Were you in the trunk of a car, or what were the circumstances?
I was driving in a car with somebody in the trunk. Yeah, yeah. It was it's a family visit back then. But anyway, okay. So right now you're based in New York. Are you a native New Yorker?
I'm from the suburbs of New York originally. I lived outside of New York for about 7 or so years, all said. I moved to Brooklyn in '97, and then I moved to the city in 2000. And I live just near the Empire State Building, so it's very iconic.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's cool.
Place to be. Yeah, it wasn't so cool after 9/11 because, as far as one was concerned, that was maybe another target. And so, like, if you heard, like, sirens at like 6 a.m., you'd sort of snap up and be like, what? But, fortunately, that's subsided.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that anymore.
I hope not.
I hope not either. Okay, so we were talking about you about working with Doug Langway. So you were you worked with Doug, and with BearCity the movie. How did you guys to conceptualize the movie back then?
Well, Doug and I have known each other since the 90s, actually. And I used to do some film festival programming and showed his film Raising Heroes in North Carolina. So a collaboration was sort of a long time coming for us. And back in, I guess, 2007 or so, we started to come up with some ideas. We were pitching a bunch of stuff to like Logo and Here at the time and TLA. Was interested in doing webisodes. And I was having a conversation with TLA's president at the time, Ray Murray, and pitched him sort of a bear romantic comedy series. And he was like, oh, run with that. So, Doug, of course, was very happy to hear that. And we got going to conceive a series of webisodes that would, in the end, be able to sort of be seen as like a 90-minute movie. So once they read the script for it, they thought that we had a movie and not webisodes, and they were like, what's with this weird webisode format? How soon they forget. And so there we go. So we ended up making a movie of it, and spawned a sequel, which I was not as involved in because I was traveling all over the world, and Doug did a fantastic job, of course.
Yeah.
So he always gets you in that last 10 minutes of the movie,
Yeah.
He gets you.
Yeah, it does. Towards the end.
Did you guys cry at the end?
Yeah, we did.
All right.
It worked. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. Somebody got married. It was all good.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny because I saw part 2 in P-Town with you last year.
Yeah, we watched part 2.
And I can't remember if I'd married you yet or not.
Wait, that was after.
I think it was after I married you. That's right. So
No, yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, so we'll talk about more P-Town about later. Okay, more about P-Town.
Yeah, by the way, I'm a virgin. Don't tell. Well,
Really,
tell everyone.
P-Town virgin.
I've been to P-Town, but I've never been to Bear Week, and this because I'm going to Bear Week, and I'll be doing a bunch of signings and stuff on the 17th and the 18th. and possibly the 19th. And so yeah, I'm coming in, ready for a splash.
Okay.
Well, you'll
Is
have
it going
lots
to be
of fun.
crazy?
Oh yes, it is
Yes.
going to be. Yeah.
Will there
I
be any bears there?
just a few.
Just a few.
a few thousand. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe your chaser or two.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
That's right.
in the book, what's the difference between the book and the movie?
Well, I mean, the book is sort of, again, it's a novelization of the movie. So it's the biggest differences, I suppose, are that I got to go back to some of the earlier screenplay drafts that we had when we had like a subplot involving Carlos and an ex-boyfriend of his, and we needed to lose that when we were, streamlining the film.
Yeah.
So it was great to sort of go back because, we created these characters and we had some pretty, there was a nice little bit of drama in there. And so got to go back, got to flesh that out. But really it's sort of just, again, fleshing out every aspect, and some people might ask, like, why does Tyler fall for Roger? Why does he fall for this guy who doesn't even seem to be within his, like, immediate sort of attraction zone? And the book really gets into that, it gets into their minds. So, and, it's got more dialogue, it's got more scenes.
Yeah. So you get some more background story on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it really is sort of a different experience,
Yeah, just like any other book that I've heard that that's turned into a movie, that they sometimes prefer the book because the
There's
book has
more
more
detail.
detail. And there's lots of things that are left out in the movie.
Yeah.
because
But
they
this
have
is
to
good
straighten
that
out.
you've taken the movie and turned it into a book, so you can
Which
go
you can
back.
elaborate more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, Ron Suresh gets thanks for that because he's the one who, kept coming to us with this idea. He really wanted to do it. So,
Yeah.
And that's good. And you can take off with the books and do a whole set of books now.
Oh, that's right. You
So-
can.
well, that's the thing. Yeah, like, there are like Doctor Who books and Star Trek books. And then,
Yeah.
so the idea that we could sort of do spin-offs, I really like. And in fact, when he was first approaching us with the idea, I didn't know if he meant spin-offs. Like, do you mean like forays into the BearCity universe?
Mhm.
But we're starting out at least with, the novelizations.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Oh, and there's a lot more sex in it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, there you
yes.
Like, I handed a copy to my mom recently and my stepfather.
Nice.
And I realized, like, this actually, there's a lot of sex going on. There's a lot of, like, there's a lot of, like, asshole eting and stuff like that. And
Oh,
it's like,
nice.
I was
Oh
like,
my
wow,
God.
I don't know how they're going to, like, are they going to skim that part? Like, I don't know what they're going to do.
Did you use a lot of metaphors? I guess you did.
No.
No, straight up. Here, you ate ass. That's it.
Yeah, I did not use the metaphor. I didn't use euphemisms or analogies. I use analogies in other places, as writers do. But, I pretty much ate his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hung on
What-
in there. With literary flair.
Are there any new characters that pop up in the book that wasn't in the movie? I know you were talking about Carlos's ex.
Yeah, Carlos has an ex named Christopher who is, a big character in there of sorts, literally and figuratively. There are,
Nice.
and there are like, references to other characters that sort of pop up. There's just more elaboration. Like in the movie, like there might be like an extra in the background.
Yeah.
And in the book, they actually have like a name and they might even have some things to say. Like in the movie, do you remember how Roger is introduced with that little brief, like 10-second montage of fast forward sex in a room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So in that, like, in reverse engineering and turning it into a literary thing, I had to actually turn that into a scene where we
You
introduce Roger.
have to, yes.
Yes. So now it's an
That's right.
actual like scene, and and we understand what's going on there,
Yeah.
so to speak. So
A very graphic
A
scene.
very graphic scene.
it's very graphic in the book too, but it's funny. It's
Mhm.
really funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
important.
I'm the type who amuses myself. Like I will write something, and if it's funny, I will like sit there laughing at it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like I don't. I've been told it's not narcissism. It's just you're allowed to appreciate what you do, right? Because that's why.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, your imagination.
If you
just
can't
keeps
laugh
going.
at your own stuff, you have no sense of humor. So
It's true.
That's right. So when you were writing, what was the hard part in writing the novel since the movie was out already? I mean, it's not like you said. It's really just you having fun with it, I guess.
Well, I mean, it was an awesome sort of period for me to do the first draft of the book because I'm a freelance writer. as that's my full-time profession. I do a lot of travel articles. I do some like filmmaker interviews and music features. And so I cleared my schedule basically for a month. And I woke up, and then I would go to a coffee shop without Wi-Fi, and I would be a writer.
No
As long as I
Wi-Fi.
could before I just knew I had to get away from the laptop.
No distractions.
So do you sit down with the script and say, okay, I'm going to work on this section, or you start at the front and just work front to back, or was there certain things you already had fleshed out in your head from the script and you just wanted to do those first? Or
Well, before the project started, or before I actually like sat down and started writing everything, I had like a couple of months just to think on how I was going to translate some stuff. So I'd already come up with the opening of the book in my head, because that's the hardest part for some people. Like, what is the first line of the book? But that I came up with actually kind of early, so it was just sort of fun to put it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think I did a little bit of skipping around here and there. I'd be like, I don't want to write that scene today.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I did work with the script. And then also there was the issue of, the script is like, I think 19,000 words, and the movie is, and the book is like 45,000.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so I ran out of script at a certain point, and I was like, all right, now I have to figure out what I need to flesh out here. What's gonna, fill 1,000 words.
yeah.
Was it hard to? I mean, since the movie came out, when did the movie come out? The BearCity.
First one came out in 2010.
2010, and then that's right, 2010. I interviewed Doug Langway at
Yeah.
at TB Area back then. And
Thank you guys again so much for that.
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no problem at all. It was fun. It was a lot of fun talking to Doug then. And then right now, since you have the book now, it's not really that hard since you already had a script.
Yeah, it was. I
Yeah.
mean, it was an easy task in the sense that I knew everything that was going to happen. Like there was no how's this going to end, or what's going to happen in the next scene. So it was really great having that to refer to.
Yeah, and you were there for the script being planned, so you had a lot of background in your head already. I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like there was no question. Like, what is this character thinking? This is all stuff that Doug and I had done in the screenwriting process. Like every so often, I have to call him and be like, what's the last name of this character that we didn't give a last name to in the screenplay?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You kind of have to do that. Yeah, have those small
Actually,
details in the book.
His
a little
name
bit
is
of trivia.
his name is Randy Horwitz.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Simon actually has a different last name in the book than he did. I can't remember if it said in the movie, but we had a different last name for him originally. So
Mm-hmm.
a little trivia.
Yeah, trivia. That's
There
right.
you go. So you're going to be in P-Town for Bear Week, and this is
I
your
am going to be in P-Town for Bear Week. Yes, part of it.
part of it. So where they have you set up doing your signings and?
We're going to be doing some screenings of BearCity 2. So I'm going to be doing some signings and readings prior to that. And Ron is actually setting up a couple other things. I know we have something at an art gallery, I believe, on the 17th. All these are going to be available on, there's a BearCity, the novel page on Facebook, which has all those details. And also we'll have them up on the BearCity and BearCity 2 Facebook pages.
Okay.
Okay. I'll put the links on the website for those. Yes.
Yeah. So do you have any other events planned for P-Town while you're there?
I'm not, no, like I've left my calendar completely open. Oh, I will be at the bear market. That's going to be that week as well, like on Thursday, I believe.
Yeah.
But no, I figured I'm going to freestyle it because I have no idea what the hell is going on. Like,
That's
I don't
how
know.
it is.
Is that, what do you do? Like, give me some advice.
First,
you go to the Dick Dock,
Dick
you
Dock.
drink, you go get something to eat for dinner, you take a disco nap, you get up and go back to one of the bars, and you drink some more, and then at 1 o'clock they kick everybody out, and you're standing on the street ordering pizza.
you go to eat pizza at Star Pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
go-
that's
All
pretty
right.
okay.
So-
Star Pizza.
Yeah, and then some people have sex during all this.
Yeah.
You know,
In or outside the Dick Dock.
yeah, outside
Oh,
the Dick Dock.
That I've heard.
Okay, but seriously, how about do you go biking sometimes there in New York?
I love to go. No, in the city, I would never bike because I would die.
Oh, okay.
However, and these Citibank bikes that we have now are like, they're so tempting, but I know if I get in one, I will end up rear-ended by a cab
Oh,
or something.
okay.
Or
Yeah.
a door will open and I'll slam into it. I'm not the best at like. I need a little bit of breadth around me when I'm on a bike because I will
okay.
again I'll miss something.
All right.
We have a lot of bike accidents here. I've seen too many. I've been in a taxi when we hit a bike. So after that, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be in a bike.
Oh, really? Well, it's just that's just what I was about to suggest, though, because P Town is kind of it's a bike city. You can
Oh
bike
yeah, no,
around.
I'll bike like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I would suggest really.
Yeah, go ahead and reserve your bike now.
Reserve your bike now.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna reserve. Do you guys recommend it? Well, I'll get that from you later, but I want to know a bike
So
place.
if anybody else out there's listening, going to P-Town, if you haven't booked your bike, because there's no driving anywhere hardly, but from usually the houses.
They should wait a day to book their bike so I can have that day ahead of them.
Yeah, there you go. Well, by the time this comes out on Wednesday, so
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm ahead of the curve.
you're ahead of the curve. So,
That's right.
But you should have a good time there. There's a lot of interesting people to meet and stuff, and Maynard will be there, so y'all can actually meet face to face. So
Yeah, we'll be there.
And I'll be if someone sees me in the street and wants me to sign that damn book, I'm going to sign that damn book. Get that book.
All right.
well, there you go.
Please.
Where can people purchase the book at?
They can purchase it on Amazon. And I'm plugging Amazon first because I really want the rating of the book to go up. I'm not one of those people who lives and dies by the ranking, but I want it in the at least the 4 digits. As far as where it is on the sales chart. Also, we do have it at BearCity2.com, and that's the official BearCity website and shop. And if you order it there, it will be signed by myself and by Doug.
Oh, cool.
I'll probably get mine and get it signed by you personally when I see you there.
That's right.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I think I'll bring some sort of little trinkets to give people who get the book from me there, little few gifts.
Okay.
Like yours last night, used condom. No.
Well, it might be
That's true.
Oh,
antibiotics.
there you go. Yeah, there you go. That might help too.
A Z-Pack. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I'll give them a Z-Pack because Bear Week will have already been on for quite a few days.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think prophylaxis it might be a little too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lawrence, thank you so much for being in the show. I'm excited to have you in the show.
My
That'd be great.
pleasure. And if I may just add one other thing, in the book there are a whole bunch of behind the scenes photos
Oh, okay.
that Doug and I picked out of our little trove. So that alone I hope would make some people want to have the book for the cool pictures and the little dishy captions because there's a little dish here and there.
Okay.
Like all of them standing in the shower naked.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, those scenes. I remember those scenes. Oh, yeah, I love those scenes.
There's some fun stills in there. There are definitely some fun photos.
Okay.
So nothing too raunchy though. Can't give too much away unless you get me drunk at Bear Week and then I'll just spill.
Okay.
Well, there you go. You got a plan now, man.
Got a plan. We'll see you at the Dick Doc.
Cheap drunk too. One shot, I'm done.
Okay. Okay, so thank you, Lawrence. And everybody out there watching or listening, you can check out Lawrence Ferber's book, Bear City, the movie, on Amazon and also on BearCity2.com. So thank you again, Lawrence.
Thank you, Nard, and thank you, Ray.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Lawrence, for joining us in the show. Thank you so much.
I know. I'm looking forward to reading the shower scenes.
The shower scenes.
Shower scenes.
He took a bath, took off his clothes. No, kidding.
Ate his ass. No.
It is nice. I love it.
Okay, movie TV news. Guess what was announced today? World of Warcraft movie.
Oh, really? Oh,
How do you make it good? They have many gamers breathed a sigh of relief when it was announced that Moon and source code director Duncan Jones will be helming the Legendary Pictures World of Warcraft movie. But can the filmmaker really break into the infamous video game movie curse? In a recent interview with IO9, producer Thomas Tull, who's also chief of Legendary, was asked the question on everyone's minds: how do you make a video game movie that doesn't suck?
How do you?
No, it's because there's so
How
many
do you do that?
expectations. You start with that exact question. Tull said, "I think as a gamer myself, a lot of times what has happened in the past is studios have said, how many people play the game? Okay, that means they'll probably go out and buy tickets. This is an incredibly poor way to make a movie. So for us, we don't know how to make a movie out of Warcraft. The video game instead is the incredible story and the war that these races and everything these guys at Blizzard Entertainment have come up with. They have 100 books and just this incredibly rich world that they've created."
I wonder how they're going to do it, because in the World of Warcraft, it's actually two factions, the Horde and the Alliance. And is it going to be a clash between these two, or is it going to be all Horde? a storyline with the Alliance first, and then a storyline with the Horde first. So I don't know. It's
That'd
going to
be
be
interesting.
interesting. I have a subscription. Actually, I do once in a while. Or it's been a few months since I last played World of Warcraft because a friend of mine just introduced me. Hey, let's play again. Try playing it again. So I've been trying to play it again.
Yeah.
It's just time consuming. It's just way
Very
too time consuming.
Mr. Lee used to play that. Johnny Lee
Mm-hmm.
used to play it all the time, but now I think he's on one of the superhero ones.
Oh, the City
Or
of Heroes?
or the City. Well, I don't think it's City of Heroes. It's one of the. I think it's the Jedi one.
Oh yeah. Okay,
and then I
Republic,
think he
yeah.
also played one of the. There's one of the superhero games that came out that he plays online too.
Yeah. Okay, so come to think of it, if it's gonna be like that, me, I'm just gonna stick with Candy Crush.
Well, maybe they're gonna take some of the stuff from both sides and combine it into a storyline, so you see both sides of what's going on. So
Mhm. That's right. So yeah, I'll stick to
yeah,
simple iOS games. Okay, so next movie, the movies that are coming up, of course, is with Johnny Depp,
the
The Lone Ranger.
That's it. Well, the reviews aren't so good so far.
Okay, fine. It's Johnny Depp, and was it directed by Tim Burton?
No,
Probably. It's not dark enough or anything, but
Yeah.
it's just it's Disney.
it's a Jerry Bruckheimer production, so
Okay.
it's a big spectacle, and people.
I don't think
the
I'm
people
gonna
that have
watch
seen
it.
that have seen their like early cuts of it wasn't that impressed with it. So,
Oh, I'm not impressed.
but
with
you
it.
know every time they've tried to make a Long Ranger movie, it's just been bad. It's
Mhm.
just so. But at least it seems like they had a decent cast this time, and hopefully the action and that will carry the movie and stuff because they popped like 212 million down for this
Really?
flick. Yeah,
I don't think
and it's
they're
a
gonna make
Disney
it.
flick, and it's a Bruckheimer. So I'm thinking they were hoping they'd have another Pirates of the Caribbean. So, and then of course Despicable Me 2 comes out this weekend, so that's probably going to knock Monsters University out.
Did you watch Despicable Me 1?
Yes,
How did you like that?
I thought it was funny as all get out.
Okay.
So
It's like does it have did it? I haven't watched it. I haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet. Was Despicable Me 1 the first one? Was it like adult humor in some sense?
yes,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
there's a bunch of interesting things because
Like-
he ends up with kids and he's got all these minions and he's this evil villain and
Okay.
then he gets kids and so you have to deal with them. So
So Despicable Me 2 is coming up very soon too. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I have to watch the first one still.
I watched it. It'll probably be on TV this weekend since 2's coming out.
All right.
So
Okay. So let us know what do you guys think of these movies. All right. Here we go. Now it's time for the gay, the geek, and the bizarre. Which one do you want?
you take the game.
I'll take the gay. Okay. Oh, you'll like the geek when you get it later. Okay, so gay. Russia's how do you say it? Putin?
Putin.
Putin signs draconian anti-gay law banning speech, rainbows, and holding hands. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed into law yesterday, or the other day, one of the most draconian anti-gay laws on the planet. The new law, coming only 7 months before Russia is to host the Winter Olympics in Sochi, would ban anything considered pro-gay, from gay affirmative speech to gays holding hands in public, and to even wearing rainbow suspenders. What? It's crazy. So the law also contains a provision permitting the government to arrest and detain gay or pro-gay foreigners for up to 14 days. Oh, God.
Yeah.
They're going to have the Olympics. There's going to be lots of gays there, even the people on the
I
floor.
wonder if people are going to back out now.
Yeah. That's horrible.
I know.
Because, like Brian Boitano would be skating there and he's going to be part of the Olympics. Wait, what kind of... Oh, Winter Olympics, yeah.
Yeah.
So, they might arrest him. Is he gay? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't think he even skates anymore. So, anyway, foreigners are for up to 14 days before they would then be expelled from the country. So, maybe it's a way that, hey, they're beating Russia. We're going to arrest him. He's gay.
Yeah.
Give them a...
Well, see, now he's not going to get a big gay Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Super boring.
So,
Okay, so that provision ought to send chills to anyone gay, lesbians, bisexual, or transgendered who is planning to attend or participate in the Winter Olympics. It is now literally illegal in Russia to say that you are gay. God, that's horrible. It is illegal to kiss your partner in public. Say after you win a gold medal. Yes, it is illegal for a gay athlete to wear the rainbow flag. Oh God, they're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Or even to acknowledge during an interview that they are gay, or for the foreign press to acknowledge it, unless they mention that gay sexual orientation in a negative way. Oh God! So you have to say, "Gays are horrible." Yay! They have to
So,
say
I hope
something.
the Olympic Committee takes that. Well, there's a lot of protests when the Summer Olympics were in Atlanta because of some of the places that were very anti-gay there, and some of the laws that they'd passed. That they got some of the venues changed for the Summer Olympics back in what year was that?
In the 2000s,
No, this was 90 something.
90,
90,
96,
96, 97, 98, somewhere at the time frame.
96 or 92.
Because I went in March. Because I went to New York and marched in the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall
Oh, you were
riots,
there. Okay.
and I marched with the Georgia group that was protesting the Olympics there.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it was back then. That was a long time ago. I can't even remember. It was so long ago. But I don't think I'm going to be visiting Russia anytime soon.
Me neither. I don't think so.
I
Because
think unless you cancel the travel plans there.
But what about if you're flying in transit? Because there's a way now to go to the Philippines. You fly to Moscow from the US, go to Moscow, and then from Moscow to the Philippines. If you ride Singapore Airlines, something like that.
But don't international terminals have special?
Oh, they have a special protection or something like that. If you're in transit.
I guess I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking. Somebody tell us if you know.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to be safe.
So yeah.
Okay, Ray. This
The
is
Geek.
the geek.
Sony smartwatch. Watch.
You want to wear your watch?
Sony Smartwatch 2 unveiled a water-resistant second screen for Android devices. Sony's taking a second stab at the fledgling wearable category it helped pioneer with today's announcement of the Smartwatch 2. The Android-powered wristwatch retains the familiar remote functionality of its predecessors, i.e. allowing users to answer calls, read emails and texts, snap photos, yada, yada, yada. A bit from a larger 1.6-inch touch display, Sony's packed all of its second screen functionality into a handsome aluminum body design that's crafted to be dust and water resistant, much like the Xperia Z line before it. And for users that want a little variety, the company also is offering a pack in stainless steel wristband that can be swapped out for any of the other 24 millimeter straps.
I think that looks better.
So
A little more classy.
a smartwatch 2 also features support for NFC and Bluetooth 3.0, so you can easily pair it with compatible devices running Android 4.0 or higher, something like the Xperia Z Ultra, perhaps. As for battery life, Sony claims the smartwatch 2 rated for a maximum of 4 days with moderate use. But those with a lighter touch or a penchant for digital watches may be able to eke out a full week's worth of juice. There's no pricing information to share at this moment, only a semi-concrete global release date for this September, which is just about enough time for you, or more likely your dad, to dust off that Dick Tracy impersonation.
What do you think of this? It's something you wear now. It's like
Well, I'm trying to
it
wonder
is
how
like
big
Dick
it
Tracy.
is to be able to do all that. It's like, how big did they say the screen was?
A 1.6 inch
So
inches. Yeah.
I can't read that. I won't be able to, I need like the big wrist one because I
Just
can't
like Electro Woman and Dyna Girl.
yeah.
The big
Bracelet, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember on Galactica 80 when it came back and they had the wrist things and they could flip it open and it was a video screen. Oh, that's what I need. Something bigger.
But
Basically, I need the iPod, the iPhone that can just mount right here.
But I'm sure it's gonna be streaming
And
like
then I can be like
a marquee.
hey.
Don't you want to talk like looking at your wristwatch like
Yeah.
Dick Tracy now? You know what? Ever since I got a phone, I never wore a watch. How about you? I've never seen you
Once
wear
I got an iPhone, I quit wearing watches.
Okay, so would this compel you to have a smartwatch?
I don't know. It all depends.
All depends if
Because
it's
if I can't read it, then no.
no, okay.
I mean, that's the big
I'm
thing.
sure they're gonna
my
be
eyes and I get
big-
so bad I can't read small
Big
stuff.
14-point font
Yeah, but if it's like
marquee. If it's streaming like that, what if it's streaming like that? Just read your text messages. No,
So,
I don't know. I don't like the idea. I mean, it is a good idea that there is a market for it. I mean,
yeah.
it's already out. They have the Pebble, the people are already using it. But
I like the idea they had in Total Recall, the remake. When,
Oh, yeah.
Like they had the phone built in the hand.
On
And
the
they
hand?
touched any glass you touched became a screen, and you can do video and have a keyboard and everything.
Mm.
So that would be more my style.
You know what's horrible about this too? It's only 4 days of moderate use. A wristwatch. How long is a battery life for you on a wrist? If you ever wear a
year.
wristwatch, a year, right? Here, 4 days. You
But
have to
it's-
take it
but
off
it's more
and
than
charge
But
it.
it's more than a wristwatch.
It is. That's true.
I mean, and you have to charge your phone every night too. So
Ugh.
it's just.
It's a watch that you have to charge every 4 days.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's one of those things that you can lay on a pad and it charges itself that way.
Yeah.
What you call? I don't forget what that's called.
Such a first world problem. Okay, so let us know if you guys are gonna get a smartwatch. If you already have one, call us.
No,
in.
it sounds like one of those watches that white people with problems would have
Really? What?
Yeah.
Okay. Why specifically them?
because they get the money.
They get the money.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have those kind of problems.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's go on with the bizarre. I just picked this as a story because it's the latest one I saw, but I just found it very, very weird. It is bizarre. Okay, so a couple asks Starbucks patrons to help in naming their baby. Venti or Grande, Milk or Soy, Jackson or Logan. That's their. Those are the choices that they're gonna give Jackson or Logan.
How about Grande Mocha or Jackson?
Milk or soy?
That's Miss Jackson, if you know.
Miss Jackson. Okay, so patrons at a Starbucks in New Haven, Connecticut, had an extra choice to make while ordering their coffee in the last few months when a local couple expecting a baby boy needed a little help in choosing his name. Jennifer James, 25, and Mark Dixon, 24. Ooh, a younger guy. Cougar. Cougar. Narrowed their baby name choices to 2. And they picked Jackson and Logan. So, yeah, they couldn't agree which one would work best. She liked Jackson, while he preferred Logan. They told the New Haven Register. So they decided to let the customers at their favorite Starbucks weigh in. Inspired by a similar voting process the store uses to select the Employee of the Month. There's a difference between Employee of the Month and naming your baby. And your choices are Jackson and Logan.
Or what they named the baby Logan Jackson James.
Logan Jackson James. What's the father's name is Dixon.
Well,
Hyphenated, James dash Dixon.
yeah.
Jackson Logan James dash Dixon.
So
That's gonna be so complicated. So okay, so we saw that though we might as well see how it works. Dixon told the paper. Patrons at the cafe were invited to write their choice on a slip of paper and put it in the cup, placed next to a sign that read, "Help us choose our son's name, Jackson or Logan." So the couple counted the results every few days. Since the spring, they've received 1,800 votes, with the number of people getting creative and suggesting other names.
like Obama,
Uh-huh.
Jebediah, and Lincoln.
Yes. So yeah, that's what James told to the New Haven Register, because I would go to town with that. Here are more suggestions I can give you. So in the end, Logan got the most votes. So the kid's name is not going to be Logan. The contest ended this week with the couple deciding to name their baby Logan Jackson, LJ.
Yeah.
He's going to be LJ for the. So James is due to give birth in September. Okay, so the couple is keeping the ballots from the contest for a baby scrapbook. Yeah, because this is when people got to decide what your baby's name is going to be. Which reminds me, I think one of our podcast friends, Ron Suresha, who we were talking about. I think his name is Jackson. So no offense, Ron. Okay, I think it's Ron Jackson Suresha. I think that's his name. But anyway, so hi, Ron.
Well, it's interesting. It's an interesting take on how you name your child. So
Okay.
it'd be interesting when this kid grows up. Say, "Oh yeah, I got named Starbucks."
Yeah, I got my name from Starbucks.
So.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know. Would you do the same if you had a kid? No, I wouldn't either. That's why you have baby books. That's why there's an app for that, right?
That's right.
Baby names, you shake it, and then that's the name of the baby. Yeah. Right. Okay, so I guess that's the that's our show. I hope you like the articles. What do you guys think about our articles for today? So before we end the show, a few shout outs. ANF Houston, Asians and Friends Houston. Thank you so much for a fun afternoon at the parade for Houston. The Gay Pride Parade last Saturday, and even though we were in a very hot situation, 100-degree weather, but we went through. We survived.
Did y'all
And we
get
had
naked?
fun. Nobody got naked. There were lots of shirtless Asians, though.
I see.
Okay, so who else?
Also, thank you, Robbie, for cooking and making a great meal on Sunday and being such an awesome boyfriend. So,
Yes. Yee. So yeah, Robbie is he cooked the pork shoulder we ate.
Yeah.
We transformed.
He bought it, he cooked it, and then we ate it.
We ate it. So we kind of helped, right? We helped it.
Yeah.
So Ray was very creative this time. He made pulled pork sandwiches out of it. So
That's right.
it's awesome.
We eating pork all week.
We eat pork. Some of our Muslim friends would not appreciate it, but or Jewish eat also. They don't eat pork either.
Don't eat pork.
Okay,
The vegetarians don't eat pork either.
yeah, that's right. So we offended Muslims, Jews, and vegetarians.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
all
boy,
right.
is that pork, that shoulder good. Awesome job, Robbie.
Okay. Well, I have to shout out to my partner too, Mike. I might see him this. I don't know if I'm going to see him this week for 4th of July. Are you planning anything for 4th of July?
Well, I only got the 4th off, so not really.
You don't have it off?
I do have it off, but that's the only day. I mean, it's not like they're giving us 4th and 5th to be nice.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, so I guess that's it. Thank you everyone for watching or listening. If you want to contact us, send your emails to show@bearpodcast.com.
or you can call us and leave a voice message, and we'll play it on the show. That number is 206-222-2327. That's 206-222-BEAR. Give us a call and leave us a voicemail. You might hear it on the show.
Yes. And subscribe by iTunes, YouTube, and Vimeo. Also, go to the official website at bearpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Also, you can listen to the show at Stitcher Radio. You can search for us at Bear Podcast. Also, if you have if you're a club, you have an event, send your emails to events@bearpodcast.com so you could we could help you promote your event. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching or listening, and we will catch you guys on the next episode of Bear Podcast. Many wolves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.